right. Welcome to the 2024 Paid Up Supper and Man of the Year, Rabbi Perlman. We'll start the program, and I think afterwards we'll have dessert afterwards. So let me introduce Larry as our Master of Ceremonies, and he'll introduce all the speakers. And then I'll come at the end and we'll have a little gift for the Rabbi.
Oh, I didn't need an introduction. You didn't give me time to think of a joke, something about a rabbi, a priest, and a chief of police showed up. But would have been a mayor, but he's in Washington instead. But we'll get the next best then. So welcome tonight to our ceremony for Man of the Year for Rabbi Perlman. And we have some speakers here. Thank you. He knew that I just wing it. First of all, to kick it off, we're going to bring up the Chief of Police for Peabody, Chief Thomas Griffin.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name's Tom Griffin, as he introduced me as. So it's a great honor for me to stand here tonight and recognize an extraordinary individual who's truly gone above and beyond in his commitment to our community. Rabbi Perlman, your tireless dedication, compassionate leadership, and steadfast commitment to building bridges have earned you a well-deserved title of Man of the Year. In our community, you've been a beacon of hope, kindness, and unity. Through your spiritual leadership, you've guided countless individuals, fostering connections and instilling values of respect and understanding. But your influence doesn't stop here in the walls of the temple. You've extended your hand to the wider community, working hand in hand with the police department to strengthen trust and collaboration. You've took on the responsibility of being a police chaplain at the police department, and you've extended your reach and your much appreciated help to the Nemlec region throughout Essex and Middlesex County by joining our SISM team. And it's very much appreciated. In a time when partnerships between communities and law enforcement are more important than ever, Rabbi, you've been a driving force in creating dialogue and mutual respect. Your efforts have not only brought people together, but they've also helped make our community safer and stronger. I feel fortunate to have worked side by side with you over the years, but I feel blessed to call you my friend. Tonight, we honor not just what you have accomplished, but the spirit with which you've served. Your compassion, your vision, and your unwavering belief in the good of humanity will inspire all of us. On behalf of everyone, I thank you, Rabbi, for your remarkable contributions, and you remind us that one person can indeed make a profound difference. Thank you.
Okay, moving right along, we have Father Mike Otero from Peabody.
Thank you, Larry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What can I say? I was going to write something down, and every time I started writing something down, it was never what I thought was good enough for my dear friend, Rabbi Rick. Now, I have so much respect for you that I cannot call you just Rick. I have to call you Rabbi, because in many ways you are my teacher. And in my faith, we have a rabbi who is also referred to a teacher. But when it comes to my rabbi, Rick, there is a sense of welcoming and love, and Rabbi Rick has a sense of setting limits within the boundaries of faith and love. He has told me many times, out of my own frustration in my ministry, go slow, take it easy. You can't do everything. Now that's speaking from experience, but had I not had Rabbi Rick as my friend and mentor, I'd be burnt out and I would no longer be in the ministry. So I have many things and many people to thank on your behalf. But what draws me most to Rabbi Rick and this particular faith community is the fact of sense of welcoming, family. You invited me to this family, and I feel so loved every time I come here. I see some folks get excited when they see me, of all people, me. Oh, Father Mike, how are you? And I'm like, wow, what a beautiful group of people this is. And you would have been like that had it not been for Rabbi Rick, but the good rabbi, as I refer to him, has brought that out of you. The good rabbi has taught you well. The good rabbi is going to be taking time off. How many more days? 40? He's not counting, by the way, as he says. But I was actually going to look at the calculator and say, how many minutes are there in 40? Because I'll start adding that to him. But, you know, Rabbi Rick has been there many times for me personally, and I must know, deep down in my heart, he's been there for each and every one of you personally, because he is full of love. He shares that love. You share that love, and you exemplify that love through this faith community. So all I ask is that we don't say goodbye. We say shalom. We say see you next time, but not goodbye. You've been a very dear friend, and you'll continue, and I expect to see you every now and then. Yes, you may live now near the Rhode Island border, but I'll come down and see you. I'll come down mow your lawn. Okay. So thank you very much for allowing me to partake in this wonderful event. There is not any way humanly possible for my way of expressing my love and gratitude for all that you have done for me, let alone what you folks have shared with me about you. Peace, my brother.
Sit down, Steve. You're not ready yet. So there's a correction here. Rabbi Bernie, the sick is ill, so he could not be here tonight. But we do have a great next speaker coming up right now. Chris Ryder, who's the, I think, Chief of Staff for the Mayor of the City of Peabody.
Again, my name is Chris Ryder. I do serve as Chief of Staff to Mayor Betancourt, as well as the city's business liaison. So anybody in the business community, if you need a hand, please ask for Chris in the mayor's office. It's kind of a dual role, but it's one that I enjoy very much. And this is my first time at Temple Ner Tamid. I am honored to be here on behalf of Mayor Ted Betancourt to extend his best wishes and a hearty congratulations to Rabbi Rick Perlman on being chosen as 2024's Man of the Year. Mayor Betancourt would never miss an event like this unless he had a really good reason. His good friend Rabbi being honored, he wanted to be here. And I would seldom have to worry about being in front of you and speaking. That just wouldn't have to happen. But Mayor Betancourt was asked and joined President Biden today at the White House, members of the congressional delegation welcoming the Boston Celtics, the champion Boston Celtics. And as a former player, basketball player, and a huge fan of the Boston Celtics, it was not only a great thrill, but of course a great honor to represent Peabody at the White House today. So, Rabbi Rick, I'm sure you can understand. But thank you all for welcoming me. And very, very briefly, Rabbi Rick has been a great friend and partner to the mayor over the years and to our community as a whole. An active member of the Peabody Clergy Ministerial Association, Rabbi Rick's hard work and dedication has not only made Temple Ner Tamid stronger, but our entire faith community in Peabody stronger. Chief Griffin earlier touched on the rabbi's contributions to the police department in Peabody and to public safety as a whole. And I just want to, from the mayor, say thank you for that, Rick. That has just made a tremendous difference, and we're just very grateful for that. And I want to thank you for all you've done and continue to do here at the temple, and will continue to do despite your retirement in 40 days. And again, once again, on behalf of Mayor Betancourt, thank you all for having me here tonight, and congratulations once again.
Okay, Steve. Next is our President Steve Ring to speak about the club awarding the Rabbi Man of the Year.
Okay. Before I start, this is a men's club meeting. So we have one item on the agenda, and that's the auction. You all have this, okay? And I'd like to call Richard Strauss up here to read some of the things that we're auctioning off, key things that we're auctioning off, and maybe he'll pick some of people's interest and say, hey, I want to bid on that. By the way, that's what funds this dinner. It funds our pledge, and it funds our scholarship. So that auction is premier to us because it helps us support the temple in terms of our pledge to the temple, our commitment to the youth of this temple, and the things we do. So,
All right, just really quickly, we have a pile of restaurants to be auctioned off. We have a couple of like Sullivan Tire. We've got a bunch of ice cream places. I'm going to pick on Treadwell's. Treadwell's is extremely generous. They donated a ice cream party for $25, valued at $175. So that's great if you got kids and want to have a birthday party. We've got 4 golf courses to auction off. We've got a couple of hotel stays, and we're still working on things. There's still stuff coming in. So please, December 1st, get online, take a look at things, and bid, and bid, and bid, and bid against me.
okay. And now for our presentation to the Rabbi. I'm Stephen Ring, president of this year's Men's Club, and speaking for the Men's Club, it is an honor for us to recognize Rabbi Perlman as our 2024 Man of the Year. Rabbi, can you please come up here and stand right here? And then stay here.
Whatever you say, Steve.
As a token of our appreciation, we'd like to give you something to remember us. We thought about wall plaques, but you quickly run out of wall space. So instead, we'd like to present you with this glass trophy to put on your desk or bookcase. You can take it and show people.
Oh, it's backwards. Oh. Isn't that beautiful?
Note that it's the shape of a flame that matches our temple logo. Okay. No, don't go away.
I'm not.
As I was thinking about what to etch on the glass, 3 words kept coming back to me: dedication, service, and impact. From the very first time you walked through our front door up to the present, you dedicate yourself to understanding who we were as a congregation, what we needed, and along the way you became the public face of Temple Ner Tamid, not only in Peabody, but throughout the entire North Shore. The word service is about doing for others, and your service to us comes from 2 perspectives. First, from a Judaic service perspective, the religious and educational efforts you instituted and provided to the Men's Club, the Sisterhood, Religious School, and Temple has helped shape our congregation. Second, from a real-world service perspective, your efforts have guided us through the tumultuous pandemic times, introducing technology at the right time. When you first joined us, we were surprised at how tech-savvy you were. I affectionately began to call you Rabbi Microsoft, and I still do. Rabbi Microsoft.
You do.
Even today. While other temples were struggling with technology, your knowledge led Temple Ner Tamid in a new modern direction to where we were and still are, the envy of other temples. Your real-world service extended to the Peabody community when you attended the Peabody Police Citizens Academy. This is a unique program at Peabody that allows citizens to get an insider's view of the daily duties of the police. After graduation, you became a trusted rabbi to the Peabody Police at a time of their need. Finally, the word impact sums up the totality of all your contributions and effects on us. A few more. Number one, vocal and musical guitar talent additions to our Shabbat and other Jewish services. To your 2 spring fundraising concerts featuring you and your 3 brothers that helped raise over $130,000. Let me repeat, $130,000. To your religious influence, like no emails on Jewish holidays. To you restoring our religious school to where it used to be. From bringing us back from the brink of closing the doors to the vibrant temple we have today. All one needs to do is to come to services and events to see the impact you have made from your dedication and service efforts. Your impact has been immense and will be with us well into the future. With that, let me conclude by reading the words etched on the glass. Men's Club Temple Ner Tamid, Man of the Year, Rabbi Richard Perlman, for his exceptional dedication, service, and impact on the Men's Club, the Temple, and community.
Thank you so much.
Rabbi Microsoft.
Want me to say a few words?
Say a few words.
Well, you guys didn't tell me I was going to speak tonight, so I didn't come prepared. Before I speak, I want to do one thing. Get Osvaldo. Is Osvaldo there? Ozzy. Tomorrow's his birthday. Let's wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Osvaldo. Happy birthday to you. I mean, I tell you, you think I was successful? It's because of this guy right there. He's the guy that made it happen. And also, let me tell you another thing. There's no way in the world I could have done what I did without Kit. And there's just no way. And now you know where I've been all these nights. Now you know where I've been. I have to tell you, it has been a true and amazing honor to not only serve this amazing synagogue, which I see growing and growing, and the life of that has been reborn into this synagogue. It isn't my work. It isn't me. I didn't do it. We did it. And I hope that and pray that you told 40 days, you shouldn't have done that, Father. In 40 days, when I step back and take a little bit of a breather and become a emeritus and part-time person, Kit will tell you there's no way I know how to be part-time. So I'm going to do the best I can to lower the temperature, but I'm still going to be part of this mishpacha, this family. You are my family. It's interesting. I was watching you all walk in here tonight, and I'm going, wow, I know all these people. They're my family. They are. It's like having a family gathering here tonight. It's not necessarily just a men's club evening and where you said, Rabbi, be the man of the year, which, by the way, when I was asked, I hesitated. And the reason I hesitated is we learn in Pirkei Avot, in the ethics of our fathers, he who seeks kavod, kavod will elude him, right? You don't look for kavod. You don't look for honor. But then I remembered the people that I said, hey, don't forget, they want to honor you, some folks. So you really should let them do it, right? Remember when I did? Yeah. And then the current president, who's under the weather tonight, and we send Loretta our love, Richie. Please tell her we hope she feels better. But I remember telling her, let them honor you. Let them, elect you as the president. And so all the people that I've talked into allowing them to do certain things, so I had to say, of course, naturally, thank you. But let me tell you something. I didn't do it, again, for the kavod. I did it because something happened 25 years ago. I'm going to read something for you. Many of you probably recognize this book. This is my rabbi's manual. And it's old, like me. And it's been around. Now, you'll never see me officiate at a wedding with this book. When you see me with this book, I'm usually at a hospital visiting the sick. I'm usually perhaps at your home visiting someone who needs some advice or guidance through whatever. And then the people see me at funerals. I bring this book with me and will bring this book with me for the rest of my life because it has something in it that 25 years ago my father gave to me. And it was the letter that he wrote to me the day that I became a full-time, remember, prior to my accepting full-time kolbo, the rabbi cantor of my synagogue in Warwick, I was a part-time guy. So 25 years ago, I became a full-time rabbi cantor, kolbo. And prior to that, it was about 20 years that I was serving part-time. You do the math. That's a few years. So my father wrote me these words. And this is why we are here tonight, and we are a mishpacha, a family. My father called me Ricky. Right, Lisa? Lisa called me Ricky when I first came here. Where is she? Where is she? There she is, back there. She knew me in USY. Dear Ricky, tomorrow you embark on your new venture in life. Your mother and I am sure all our family join me in wishing you much success and satisfaction. You've already experienced the inspiring others through prayer, seeing the lovely and loving eyes of a bar and bat mitzvah after seeing them successfully through their ordeal, hearing praises for your entertaining talents, etc. Now, as kolbo, you will reach into even greater depths of service to God for his people by holding a hand, reciting vidui, or the final confessional, and feeling life slip into the olam haba, the world to come. You will have the zechut, the strength to resolve life's difficult moments for people who without you would find it more difficult to cope. Success at being a kolbo is rewarding, and the task is relatively simple when you understand that in order to do the work properly, you never come first. Best wishes and mazel tov. Love, Dad. These words remain with me throughout my career. I never come first. And that's what makes us all successful. I am so honored to be here as part of the police family, to be a part of the interfaith family of our beautiful community. It's an honor to be a dear friend of our mayor, and thank you for being here tonight to bring wishes from him and let him know that I absolutely understand why he had to be with the Celtics. The president, I'm not sure. But the Celtics, he absolutely had to be there. I have lived through many years of difficult moments. And someone who doesn't have a letter in their book like this one would never understand when you have to say okay or yes, because this was not a job. It's a calling. It's a calling. And I thank God for the people who came to Rhode Island and said, come to Peabody. Because Peabody is my home. We may be living, Kit and I may now be living in Milford, which took 2 hours to get here from tonight. It's not every night it's like that. but it's worth the ride. It is worth it because you, as I say, you'll do anything for family. Now, Steve, I have to tell you before I conclude, and I want to thank again everyone who's here tonight for being here and for not only honoring me, but honoring us. It's about us. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to be actually giving me a gift tonight, so I wanted to make it so that you weren't embarrassed if you had forgotten. So I brought one for me, just in case. Would you like to see what I brought for me?
Something to hang on a wall?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't hang it on the wall, but kid's laughing already. She doesn't know what's coming. She does know, but she doesn't. I thought maybe, you know, after all these years, I deserved a sparking. Now, everybody knows where I like to park, so you probably could put the pole right there, and I'll be visiting as the emeritus. Every time I come, I won't have to worry about where I'm going to park. Thank you all so much. God bless us all. Thank you. Thank you.
But we know what you like, and it's not just the plaque, so we went ahead and got you this.
Are we going to do a l'chaim?
Yeah, we can do l'chaim.
Are we doing a l'chaim?
It's open in there. We can do one that's open. Of course we'll do a l'chaim, right? It's just for, religious purposes. In fact, if you want to join us, you can join us. Would anybody like to join us for a l'chaim? Tovim Yishav.
We're all good? Everybody good? All right. I don't need a mic. Here's to the success of this congregation and this beautiful, amazing city. Many, many, many years of healthy and happy times. L'chaim means to life, Tovim means to goodness, and Shalom means to peace. Baruch atah Galam Shakol Niyeh Bivaro, L'chaim Tovim Ul Shalom, L'chaim Tovim Ul Shalom, L'chaim, L'chaim, L'chaim Tovim Ul Shalom. Oy! Salud! Woo-hoo!